Assalamualaikum, my name is Sam Justifier. I study in online academy national level and today I'm gonna take an AI session from SESP on the topic of food, the backbone of early civilization, day number 149.
Walaikum assalam, Sam. That
Can,
sounds like a dope topic.
can you tell me
I'm
what
ready.
can you tell me what was the most important use of wood in early civilization?
Honestly, the biggest thing was how it stopped people from just wandering around. Once once people figured out how to grow their own food, they stopped chasing herds and actually stayed put. That's how you get permanent villages, which then turned into cities and eventually the whole structure of society. Basically, farming was the spark for everything else.
How did early
You want to
humans use the wood to build houses?
Pretty simple. They just used what was around them. They'd cut down trees and use the trunks for the main frames and the walls. In a lot of places, they'd weave smaller branches together and then pack mud or clay into the gaps to keep the wind out. It was basically the original DIY home. I can tell you about how they handled the roofs if you're into that.
How did wood help people make fire?
Wait, you mean building houses was like a way to have fun back then?
No. What did wood help people to make fire?
I'm a little lost. You mean it made life easier so they had more time for fun? Or something else?
What tools were made from wood?
Man, basically everything. They made spears, bows, and digging sticks for the farming you mentioned. Even simple stuff like handles for stone axes or bowls for eating. Wood was like the Swiss Army knife of the early world. I can tell you about the weird stuff they made if you want.
How did wood help people in hunting?
It was a total game changer. Wood let them make spears and bows, which meant they could hunt from a distance instead of having to get dangerously close to a mammoth or something. Plus, they could carve traps and snares to catch smaller animals while they were doing other things.
How did
It
people
basically turned hunting.
how did people use wood for transportation?
That's where things actually get interesting. They started with simple rafts, basically just floating logs tied together to get across rivers, and eventually they figured out the wheel, and that's when everything changed with carts and wagons.